Hello everyone, hope we're all good. Big shout out to KR Couriers and Transport Limited and everyone who supports the podcast, appreciate it. A bit of a different format this in the car, it's easier sometimes because we've got kids running around the house, dogs barking, the fridge on, the washing machine on, the dryer on. You get really distracted, so just left the gym on the 57. Heading to our kids, see how he is. So I want to talk about prison visits. Yeah, I wasn't fortunate to have many visits when I was away, but I did get a few, and I did get, a few bits in, smuggled into the prison system. I remember years ago when I was in Indy, when it was a YPs only, you could bring an Uzi into that prison at the time. It didn't matter. It was just like over this little counter, grab what you wanted, but not many people got major parcels, especially young kids back then. The Bobby was really non-existent. There was a kid who used to get it, Rusty, from Crocky. He used to get loads of Bobby. I used to be dead jealous. Murder trying to get a sorted out of him. You'd have to put the pressure on, and I hated doing that. Putting the pressure on people for drugs. But that's what we become. We become, someone else. Ways and means to get more. We live to use and use to live. Very simply. An addict is a man or a woman whose life is controlled by drugs. We are people in the grip of a continuing and progressive illness whose ends are always the same. Jails, institutions and death. Yeah, so my first little visit was off some girl I was with years ago. She was a little bit older. She had a couple of kids. They moved in. I was one of them. I was about 17, 18. The kids were calling me dad, and they were only a few years younger than me. The bird was about 15 years older than me. And it was just being mothered really. But she came up on a visit once when I got nicked, and brought a few MBS trips in and a little spliff. Not much, it was just a little mad parcel, I think it was an ecstasy tablet, a couple of MBS, 3 of them I think, and 2 joints. I was over the moon. I was delighted, You couldn't really share that with anyone. But yeah, that was one visit, and then, that obviously, relationships always ended. He always had a good woman, but he always escaped. That's the truth. And then I was with this other girl because that's what I did. I was like that codependent, to go from one relationship to the next. And this girl, I was on a case. If you get nicked, will you bring me? Showing up, and yeah. They promise you the world. I got nicked, and I'm in Lancaster Farms. And this bird came up. The first week I went a bad way, by the way. I was rattling bad. And she didn't know where to score gear from or nothing. But there was a bottle of methadone in the fridge. I remember she come on the visit. She went, "Got your methadone there?" I was like, "Oh yes, right, nice one, where is it?" She went, "It's in the locker." I was like, "Oh, go and get it. Boss, here. Oh, boss, do us a favour there. Got their screws, dead easy going. Al fella." He said, "Oh, boss, she's left some photographs in the locker there, mate. Can you let her out and let her get them?" "Yeah, no problem, son. Go on, love you. Go and get them. Go on, I'll open the door." She's going back. She was panicking. You can't blame her. She's got about 100 mils down her kecks. Passes it. I don't care. You don't. You're selfish, self-centered. It's all about you. Just suck the lids off, necked it, grab the cup of tea, neck that. Because you thought if you had the cup of tea, a hot tea, it'd work quicker. I don't know if it did, maybe it was a myth, I don't know. But yeah, that was another visit he had. I can count these visits on one hand. And then with a few bits of weed brought up by her after that, when I got me shit together, when I done me rattle You know, I've promised everybody that I won't be taking any Class A's no more, because that's what we do. You know, we write Pulitzer Prize winning letters to our families telling them that, you know, it's going to be different. And we mean it, and we'd pass a lie detector test, we would. That's the truth, because, you know, every fibre in your body was screaming, I don't want to do it no more, but at the same time, once you got to reception, boom, you know, it was all over you, you're in a grip. You think it'll be different this time, and they say, don't they, you know, insanity is repeating the same mistake and expecting different results. And for me, it was always going to be different. Yeah, so moving on to years later, in my mid-20s, I'm in Walton now. But before I get nicked, I'm with this bird, he's a brass. Right, that's where it was taking me. That's where my addiction went. You know, Shield Road. Anyone, if you want me, you can have me, I'm yours. And I come for this bird, and it was just a chemical romance, a narcotic relationship. And you know, she wasn't on the gear, but she loved the crack. Like, I'm not gonna mention her name. She's got a shit together now, but she came up with a mate. Our mate, some black bird with these dreads. She looked like she had a big pineapple on her head, pure red dreadlocks, no teeth or nothing. Right, she was bang on both the bobby and the white. And she's come up on a visit with her. She said, "I got something for you, Bill. You're a tenner bag there." I was like, "A tenner bag? Never had a tenner bag in my life. I've been away. No one's ever brought me bobby up whatsoever." I was fucking, yes, getting this. So where is it? She went, she's got it in her mouth. And I looked at her, she had all kinds of, like the lecky cupboard had been blue, teeth were black, her breath was stinking, she had this big manic smile on it. Do you know what, I would have sucked the tongue right off it just for that 10 bag. And she went, "Give us the kit. Come on, give us the kit." I thought to spit it in. You know what, lads, she threw the lips on, she wouldn't let go. Got this little thing, put it behind me, right there, as you do. Flew through the search, got back to pad. I was in a dorm at the time and everyone was at work, so I was made up because I got called to a visit from work, and I thought, yeah, boss, to be back, but can't share this with anyone, it's just a greedy fucker. You know what I mean? No one's going to share nothing with you. Gets the foil out, straightens it out, gets the lighter ready, the tube, preps the paraphernalia, gets the bag out. Yeah, I know, I'm telling you now, you're messing. It's like half a tenner bag. Straight on the phone, "What the fuck is this, girl? What's going on here?" She went, "That was a full one when I gave it to her. She must have opened it up, right, in her mouth. Took the knots off, re-knotted it after slotting half the thing. Sly ass. How can you do that? You know, there's someone in the shovel doing a bit of bed. You're on a visit, you're excited, you've got a little thing, and she has you off. That's what it was about. Yeah, and then, yeah, after that, you know, it was just a few times on the visits. The visits were, it was the visitor that was taking the risk, not the visitee, not the inmate. So yeah, I had a few bits on my visits, but nothing consistent. You know, there were some people who were getting parcels week in, week out. Remember this kid from Norris Green? Honest to God, mentioned him before, Rochi. Wow, he got some major parcels in, some Glaswegian bird. I don't know if he's with her. I haven't seen or heard from him in years. But what? He was a pad mate to be banged up with. Not letting him go. You know, you'll go on a 2052 suicide watch if they took him out the pad. Straight up. So yeah, prison visits. Yeah, just a little mad upload there. That was unfortunate, like I said. By the way, for those that, or for that one comment about you driving while you're on your phone, bloody careless driver. Look, it's attached to my window. Never had any points. Quite mindful about, you know, my road awareness. Yeah. Appreciate all your support. And a big shout out to everyone who's been on in the last couple of years on my podcast. Got a few coming up. Once again, thanks for watching. Take care. I'm at the lights now, so I'm gonna button this.